I'm Josh Churchill from Nextcast, and I made this presentation to show all the research I did into the advert for the Academies at Glenthorne. In this presentation I'm going to show you all my research, my animatics and ideas, and then my final idea and explain it all to you. For my audience research, I carried out some questionnaires, but also I did some interviews. This helped me to prove that the ages, likes and dislikes matched that of my target audience. By doing this, it meant that I had a clear idea on what the advert should look like and sound. These are some of the ideas that I used, and also the plan document I used to keep track of all of it. For my market research, I had to look into existing products as well. So I looked into some other research, as well as other academies, which especially is Marysfield Golf Club, because they do one of the most leading golf academies around, and is the main competitor, as although they don't actually have a TV advert, they do advertise via radio and other media. Also I looked up, these are all the lists of the other places, like Kingston and Nestop, and also once again I used the same type of sheet to keep all my ideas, so I know exactly what I need to do. And also in my production research, I looked at all the channels and all the things that I need to do to know about where I was going to put my advert when it was finished, using the same style of layout for my planning. And in the event that I thought about what I was actually going to put it on, I chose Dave, purely because it was cheaper than ITV, but also because at 5 o'clock, which is where I've said that I'm going to put it, there's Top Gear and some other channels and most people that are going to watch this and the ages that match, and therefore it will appeal to the most amount of people in that target audience that I want to. These are also some of the plan documents as well that I use, such as my treatment, and also some location visits, which will be places like golf club, namely Fox Hills or Horton Park, and also a crazy golf course, which will become apparent on the animatics when I explain them. And then a shooting schedule all laid out, as well as a risk assessment for all my shooting. These were my initial ideas. My initial idea here was that there was a man playing golf with a caddy, and when he was going around the course, he was having a very good amount of tee shots and shots. He was getting them in the hole there every time. And when they go for another hole, he misses the hole, and the caddy turns to him and says that he's missed. And he goes, really? It then cuts to a crazy golf course where a family are playing, and the ball rolls into that hole, and the family turn around in confusion about where that ball has come from. And I tried to play a little bit with humour, but mainly just keep it a bit more interesting about what people are going to see. My other idea was that there were two people playing golf, and one of them accidentally hits a cup off a table from a long distance, and it smashes to the ground. They both look at each other and just pass it off with a laugh, and they try to hit the weirdest things the furthest away, until eventually there's a ball in the man's bag behind him, and he turns to his mate and just goes, "How'd he do that?" And it just leaves it, and he takes another shot. Again, playing with a little bit of humour, but that didn't work out quite as well, I thought, because it's a bit hard to hit things and find things on a golf course when mostly there's trees. And my third idea was a bit of a cheesy advert idea, which was that there were two people once again playing golf, one having a fantastic round and one having a really bad round, constantly going back to the scorecards and circling it, saying that scores. At the end, that bad person playing a bad round throws his card in the bin, trying to forget it, whereas the other person circles his main score, liking what he's found. And eventually he asked him how he did it, and he says that his son went to the golf academy and he gave him some tips. These were my storyboards that I used, which were also going to be used in my animatics, and it also lays out where they're going to be, what happens during them, etc, etc. These are my animatics. First one. as with all these animatics, they don't have sound because I'm still trying to find sound that matches adequately and how I think will match brilliantly, but also that it's copyright free, so I'm still working through this and to not. This was the animatic where man accidentally hits a coffee cup over and then they try and hit things. And third thing, finally, this was the advert where the man, having a good man, was first thing that person that had a bad man, as you can see when he gets the ball in the water. Yeah. As you can see, the good squad in circles and the other man touches the kind of pin. They talk about what actually made him so good, and then it comes up with the screen. And as with all of them, they'll have this sort of screen with the information, the logos, and all that at the end. So my final Wi-Fi idea, talking through it, will be the one where they hit the hole into the crazy golf hole for a long shot, and the voiceover at the end will say, Glenthorne Academy for Golf, going for the longest drive, giving it a little bit of a pun to it. So it starts off with them very quick shots, just taking balls off the tee, a pan over the entire area, once again another shot, having a talk between two friends, places the ball onto the tee, he then hits the ball again, and as you can see he then misses the hole apparently. Caddy turns to him and says it's missed, just gives a cheeky smile, and then he cuts to a family where the dad or the mum or whoever goes, watch this, gets the ball, goes and plays. And the Glenthorne Academy for Golf comes up with a voiceover. I chose to star, as well as a family, myself and other people, as sort of like back people as well, to add to the atmosphere that it's a very family idea around the golf, but also that it appeals to the ages, such as the family and the Crazy Golf are going to be made up of the ages which match that of the Golf Academy. And also I put in here, as well as the places, but also the costumes. And there's some t-shirts from the Golf Academy that we could wear, which have got the logo on, which I thought would be a nice touch to adding onto it. I chose these people mainly because of the access to them, the freely access to the ball that they're using, the scenes in which they are, although it's a limited number of scenes for some of them, they're quite flexible in times, and just the overall look, the ages and the appeal. Any questions?